But in this world, it began as an egg on a divine tree. When it hatched, everyone thought I was a legendary bird in human form. I became the sacred daughter of the Fire Nation, a position higher than that of the Emperor. Despite my high status, I feel anxious. I know that this world is dangerous, and that a great disaster is coming. I have been training hard and sitting among the flames to become stronger, but I have hit a wall in my training. I want time as strong as the greatest heroes, but my progress is slow. While I was feeling frustrated about my limits, something amazing happened. A mysterious system activated inside my mind. It told me that I could gain power by forming bonds with others. She also gave me a legendary gift called Binja's Blood Essence to make my body stronger. What's even more surprising is that the system created a chat group for heroes and made me the leader. Suddenly a screen appeared in front of me with people from different worlds. They join in. I recognize their names from stories I know, like Shirini and Rudo. These are all heroes from their lands. At first, they were confused and some of them were aggressive and wondering how we were all talking to each other across different worlds. I watched them talk for a while. Xiya, who also remembers a previous life, quickly found out about it. Others were more skeptical. In order to show them that I was really in charge, I used my powers as the group owner to delete the message. It was proven. That voice silenced their doubts. Now I am the leader of a group of legendary heroes, and I have a new path to becoming strong enough to survive the coming darkness. I have succeeded in establishing myself as the owner of the group. Even Xiaoyin, a traveler like me, accepted my authority. I realize that my position makes others believe that I am incredibly powerful, and I know everything to prove it. I revealed their deepest determinations, such as the Linong Stone Talisman and the spirit hidden in the Xian Ring. They were shocked that these were things. No one should know her custom. I thought about pretending to be their fool like characters do in some stories, but I decided not to. I want real friends and allies, not people I have to manipulate. I know that because of this chat group, their future will change anyway, so lying will eventually backfire. Instead, I chose to be completely honest. I told them the truth. In my memory, they are all main characters from the stories I read, and to prove it, I downloaded their life stories. It caused a great commotion in their different worlds. He discovered something the true power of his teacher intended. Henley was shocked to learn that he might be the embodiment of a great being. Wanglin felt a new determination to fight the fate of the woman he loves. By sharing these plot files, I gave them a glimpse into their past and possible future. However, I made sure to warn them. I explained to them that since they were now part of the chat group, their lives have already changed. The stories I sent should be used as a guide only, and not as a fixed destiny. I want us to grow together as equals, using this knowledge to avoid mistakes while building a new future that we control ourselves. I am happy to see that my honesty has paid off. He thanked me kindly for the story files and realized that he could now avoid many future mistakes. He even promised to help me with chemistry when I needed it. This is a huge win for me, because chemists have great value in any world. Soon others such as Lin Dong, Wenglin, and Heli offered their support and promised to repay kindly. I'm amazed that just sharing some texts has earned me the friendship of many legendary characters. I know that even though some are currently weak, they will eventually become incredibly strong. To better understand the strength of our group, I asked everyone to share their current cultivation levels. This is important because the chat group allows us to travel to each other's worlds, and I don't want anyone to get hurt by doing a difficult, extremely difficult task. Ling Dong and Xiaoya confessed. Because they were still at the beginning of their journey, this led to some tension when Tingshan acted superior. Because of his higher level, Xiaoyin was excited to find another traveler, but he soon realized that he and Yang were from two completely different types of worlds. Their conversation was very funny because they could not understand each other's references to modern life. Considering the current progress they had made, I felt a little worried. There is a major crisis coming to my world in less than 8 years, and right now it might be. My new friends are too weak to help me survive this crisis. However, I have noticed that the stories are already changing. Lindum has already awakened a powerful partner much earlier than in the original plot. This gives me hope that if they use the knowledge I have given them to grow faster, they may reach the peak of their power in time to stand by my side. As for Latankin, he seems a bit arrogant, but at least he keeps the group chat interesting. Sarkis on helping others grows so that we can all face the coming darkness together. I was pleased when Wanlin revealed that he is a middle soul stage cultivator. He has a strong will and refuses to be a puppet of fate. Even though he has not reached the top level of his world yet, his ancient divine powers make him a great asset for the battles I know are coming. I watch with interest as he and Hanli, both cultivators, quickly form a bond. To keep the momentum going, I suggested that we partner up. All of our techniques went first, and I downloaded my Vermilion Bird art. It is a legendary skill from my lineage and has 10 powerful strikes. The others were shocked by its power. Although I realized that since they were using different energies, such as Qi or Yuan energy, they could not use its full potential. When I honestly admitted that I was only at the beginning of my journey, the blood-refining realm, Tanon showed his arrogance once again. I did not hesitate to conceal it. His voice for 24 hours to teach him respect. While Tengen was busy complaining to his friend Xiao in his own world, the rest of us continued to exchange gifts. Shurin shared the burning faith that could become stronger with different flames. He shared with Angel 2 amazing skills, a way to create clones, and a powerful spiritual sense technique. Henley was worried that he had nothing to offer, so he shared 4 bottles of a special green liquid that could heal wounds and grow herbs. I noticed that Henley. He only said 4 bottles even though there were 7 of us. He apologized for the difficulty in collecting them, but I know the truth. He is a cautious man. He only shares with those he trusts. He chose to give the liquid to me. Wendley, Xiao, and Linong left Tengen and Naruto. I appreciate his loyalty to our small circle. These gifts make us all much stronger, and I feel more prepared for the future. What powerful energy is all that these people put out. It's unbelievable. Linong opened the bottle and immediately took a small sh. He felt refreshed and full of energy. Even though the bottle didn't hold much, the power inside it was extremely rich. As soon as he smelled it, he felt as if he was about to break through to the next level. At that moment, a voice suddenly rang out from the stone talisman. You just said that the spiritual liquid that person offered was full of spiritual energy, but when it reached your hands, it turned into vital energy. It seems that our guest was right. You come from different worlds, so when he enters, something from their world to our world changes and becomes something more. He filled his mother to you. The voice belonged to the heavenly demon mink that Linden had awakened earlier. Linden said excitedly, Isn't this better? It's not necessarily better. If the level of our world is higher than theirs, then yes, that's good. But if it's the opposite, then what we get will be weaker. Do you understand who cares? As long as I can use it, it's okay. Lyndon shrugged indifferently. Although he was simple-minded, he didn't think deeply about such things more. What he cared about now was what he could give back to his friends in the group. He had received a lot of benefits from Su-chan and the others. He couldn't take without giving anything in return. Master, please help me find something good. My new friends are all very generous. I have accepted so many of them that I would feel uncomfortable if I did not return anything to them. After removing the green liquid from the heavenly bottle, Lindungle thought for a moment and finally decided to rely on the heavenly demon king inside the talisman. The stone talisman, after all, was just a novice who had recently left his family and had nothing of value to offer. I have some things, your heaven demon said from within the talisman, but I suggest you not take them out. Why don't you ask Lyndon in confusion? If you show them, it will be embarrassing for both of us to hear it. Lin Dunin finally understood. It seems that his world level is still very low. He didn't really have anything impressive to offer. He sighed and was about to put down the stone talisman. Far away when his body suddenly trembled and his eyes fixed on him. I've got it all, Lyndon. I don't have anything of value to share now, but I have a stone talisman. If anyone needs it, I can lend it to you, Lyndon. My stone talisman can help with cultivation, refine herbs, improve techniques, balance spiritual and elemental power, and even grind grains. It's a multi-purpose cultivation tool that should be useful to everyone. This young man is so generous that he took out a stone ancestral stone, had just received the green liquid from Henley Eye's heaven repair bottle. When he saw Leon Don's message, he couldn't help but feel some admiration. The ancestral stone was the second most powerful treasure in the realm of Marshall's realm. Those who possessed it could enter the dream space to train more efficiently, recover from injuries quickly, and gain an advantage in battle. Its abilities, alchemy, and treasure hunting were also very useful. However, what interested Zushin the most was his ability to master cultivation techniques in the nether realms. Many techniques were incomplete. For example, the incomplete True Dragon and True Phoenix arts of Yushan Tu's body, and the Quim art of the Heaven Repair Pavilion. If the ancestral talisman could repair these techniques, it would be of great help to him. I lost all my advantages. Battle through the heavens realm. After hearing Lyndon's explanation of the stone incantation, Shichen felt defeated. Alchemila thought he was the only alchemist in the group and planned to use his skills to carve out a place for himself. But Lindomer suddenly revealed something even more powerful. Not only can this spell purify herbs, but it can also refine pills directly. Does this mean that his alchemy skills are now useless? Rebellious immortal world, while spending time with Xiaoru, Ray Winglin saw an unwavering message, and a border light flashed in my eyes. I am about to face Hound D in battle. If this spell can help me recover quickly, it might be useful. Even though he had read the story of the rebel immortal and knew how the battle would end, anything could change, so he had to remain careful. Moreover, after his battle with Hong Dai, the ruler of the snow country, Yuan Fang, and the great demon ancestor would unite to attack him. The upcoming battles were extremely dangerous, and he needed to prepare and advance. The fellow's vermilion bird art was truly powerful. It could even secure space, and could serve as a deadly trump card. It contained the liquid. Hanya's spiritual has strong energy, and can be used as a backup if necessary. If I had contacted my Sunnis earlier and used this stone talisman to help, perhaps I could have turned the tables on them. Seeing everyone in the group getting along and benefiting from each other, Juchan felt really happy, and it seemed that his previous decision was correct. Playing tricks with these people would not work. Only honesty and trust was the right way. Thinking of this, Shuichen's eyes subconsciously fell on the name Tengen. This man's character was still uncertain. If he turns out to be truly ungrateful, Zach will not back down. Usually, if others in the group want to travel to another world, they need the permission of the original owner of that world. But as the leader of the group, Shouchen can freely cross the realms without anyone's approval. If Tengen continues to act arrogantly, Shouchen will have no choice but to visit the world of Dula himself. This world may be small, but it still has some valuable resources. For example, the ice and fire well in Inyeon was very impressive. If necessary, he can even capture a few powerful spirit beasts to improve medicine. Critical to that, Osuzumaki Neru, everyone. I'm being chased, and I can't escape. Can someone come to help me? Just as Ruichan was thinking, River Dew, who had not spoken for a long time, sent a message. Suddenly, Chuchun, what happened? Shuichen answered quickly. He was just wondering why the boy who was usually talkative was silent. It turned out that he was in trouble. Osuzumaki Naruto. I don't really know. I just went to see Grandpa Hokage and asked him if I was the fourth son of the Hokage. He admitted it, but he said it was to protect me. Then he explained. Naruto all happened after Zook sent him Naruto's text. Earlier, Naruto initially saw that he was the son of Hawk 4 Monodomix. To confirm this, he went directly to the Hokage's office to ask Hirisen Saratobi. Hirisen was surprised, but because of the feeling of guilt towards Mato, he comforted Naruto and brought him home. However, on his way back, Naruto was suddenly attacked by a group of masked men. Lindong, my brother, opened the portal to the world. Cross quickly, I'm coming to help you, Xiaoya. I'll come too. When the kind-hearted Xiaoyan and Lindong saw that their friend was in trouble, they wanted to help. But at that moment, Naruto Uzumaki, who was just speaking, suddenly fell silent. Choi-chun seemed to be serious on Naruto's side. Maybe he didn't have time to check the chat anymore. Linden, that idiot, talked too much now. If he had opened the gate earlier, it would have been okay. Don't tell me. We're about to lose a member of the group, Chu-chun. Don't worry, I'll go there myself. Linden, but he didn't open the gate. How will you get there, Chu-chun? I don't need someone to cross the worlds. Lindo Ha. Lindendung was confused, but Sherwin suddenly understood. Sherwin understood now. Brother, who is the leader of the group? He should have special privileges. Linden is impressive, as expected from a leader. After the chat was closed, Juchin immediately activated Krause's job in the next second. His character appeared, and he disappeared from sight. Meanwhile, in the world of Naruto, the root base of Kinoha Village, a team of root ninja wearing animal masks were carrying an unconscious Naruto Asuzumaki and moving quickly through the shadow. Suddenly a strange distortion appeared in the air in front of them, blocking their path. Ninjado plumbers. We were careful. Stay alert. The root ninja reacted instantly. As soon as the space warped, they jumped back several dozen meters. Then from the distorted void, a young boy emerged wearing beautiful clothes. He looked to be only 7 or 8 years old. It was Zoken who had just crossed the worlds. It could be the child. Transformation technique. Don't be fooled by appearances. Lord Danzo's orders. Anyone who prevents us must be eliminated. The root ninja exchanged quick glances. They withdrew their blades and rushed toward Zoken without hesitation. Their mission from Denzo was clear. We bring back Roto at all costs. We can deal with anyone who tries. Stop us immediately. The boy in front of them looked young, but someone who could use ninjutsu. Time and space could never be ordinary. So they attacked with full force and did not prevent anything. Stupid. Ju-chan moved his finger, and a chain of red lightning appeared like a shooting star and instantly pierced the ninja's roots. In just one step, they all fell to the ground lifeless. This spiritual technique from Wandel is really useful, Zoken said as he walked over and woke up the unconscious Rose Makia. Naruto blinked at the boy who looked younger than him and asked curiously, "Who are you?" Zuikian said, "Didn't you ask for help in the group chat? I came to save you. Here you are from that chat group." Nero rubbed his head and was about to say more when an old voice came from the shadows in front of him. "Thada, I don't know what trick you used to overcome them." It was very loud. Before the sound ended, Choi-chan waved his hand and sent another wave of spiritual energy into the darkness. It was so fast that Denzo didn't have time to react before he was defeated. Naruto stared in shock, his mouth open at my death. "Be big brother. How did you do that?" Wanlin downloaded a technique called Supreme Spiritual Sense in the group. Zoken said calmly, "You can. Download it if you want to learn." Then he lifted Denzo's body and spread his crimson wings on his back and broke through the roof of the root base, rising to the sky above Kinoho. A powerful sound echoed throughout the entire village. She walked with a rush. "Come out and meet me." At that moment, both Kinoho and Ninja felt an enormous pressure, as if a huge weight was pressing down on them, making breathing difficult. With a serious expression, Sartopasan reached the top of Buildingage, accompanied by Koryote and Himera Medicado, when they saw Cho-chun. Standing in the air with his wings spread wide, the three of them changed their expressions. "Who are you, and what are you doing with me?" Hayu and Sarah stared at Gu-chun, and his voice was filled with fear. "Nothing serious. I came to tell you that from now on, Uzumaki Naruto is under my protection. I don't care if what just happened was something I allowed or something Denzo did on his own. But next time I don't want to see something like that again. Can you do that?" Zoikin's voice hit like thunder and left the three of them frozen in shock. This wasn't a message. It was a threat. Obviously, it seems that this winged man is stronger than the first Hokage. When did Naruto become such a friend? "Hello," he thought to himself. "Friendly Hokage." At that moment, Kakashi, Mike G, and the other elite shinobi arrived on the roof of the Hokage building. Hirose looked at them, with the exception of Denzo. All the top fighters in the village were now gathered here. However, he still did not feel the courage to resist. The pressure exerted by Zoka was so overwhelming that he did not dare to risk it for a moment. Silence Hiruzen finally chose to give up. He let out a heavy sigh, then looked at Chu-chun as he floated in the air, and said through his clenched teeth, "I can do that. A wise choice or what?" Chu-chan calmly then waved his hand and threw Dams's lifeless body at his feet. "Hars. If you had tried anything now, this would have been your fate." Everyone gasped when they saw Danzo's body. "Lord Danzo is dead. Lord Hokage. This man came to our village and killed Lord Danzo. Did he? We'll just leave this matter." He clenched his fists and his chakra ignited dramatically as if he was ready to fight. When Kakashi saw that, he stopped him quickly. "Man, don't be reckless. Lord Danzo and the third Hokage were students of the second Hokage, and Danzo's strength was close to Kaga's level. For that man to kill him without anyone noticing, his strength must be far beyond that. If we fight here, we will only destroy the village. Although Siddiq was not willing, he finally. Hearing Kakashi's words, since the Sartobi Hussein and the others did not act recklessly, Koka once again looked in the direction of the root base, then turned around and disappeared into the void. After witnessing this, Harrison and the others were filled with shock once again. This man could move freely through space. His mastery of space-time ninjutsu had clearly surpassed the second and fourth Hokage. Hiruzen felt relieved that he had not attacked earlier, otherwise with such powerful space-time abilities. It would have been impossible to stop him, and when they faced nothing but his ferocious vengeance, after Zohar left, he immediately ordered Horuin to keep the entire incident a secret, including the news of Danzo's death. He then personally summoned Naruto and regained his title as the son of a hero. Now that there was a strong person protecting Naruto, his safety was no longer something they needed to worry about. Of course, Hossein also had his own reasons. The reason he chose to compromise with Zoken wasn't just because of his strength, but also because Naruto was a level-edged ninja. If a strong person supported Naruto, doesn't that mean that the Leaf Village also had a strong ally behind it? Even though Dam's death was unfortunate, they got a stronger supporter in return. It was actually an unbelievable good business. This leaker is actually his fourth son, Kaguya. That's possible. At the Kino Academy training ground, Sasuke hit a wooden pole hard, causing his knuckles to bleed. He always thought that Naruto was just like him, an orphan with no one to take care of him. But in just half a day, the dropout became the son of a hero. Meanwhile, in the perfect world, after returning from Naruto's world, Chuishin found that the place where he cultivated was now surrounded by many people. The Fire Emperor Highlander had gathered there. And the powerful experts of the Fire Mother Chu-chun, where did you just go? You really scared me. I thought someone had taken you away. When Zuichin returned, Yuinger quickly ran to him and asked him anxiously. Zuichin looked at Huhan and the others who had gathered around him, and asked them, how long have you been here? Ranch Huber less than half the time of the incense stick. Why is it nothing? Zuichin extended her hand and patted her head gently. This girl grew up with him and has always loved, only staying close to him when he was in isolation for cultivation. She was going to keep her distance from him this time. Since she came alone and even the Fire Emperor came in person, it was likely that the people who were secretly protecting him had reported his sudden disappearance. Chuichan was truly grateful for the care given by Hopun, Hanger, and the others. He could feel that they treated him like one of their own. Chu-chun, had she just trained in some kind of spatial technique? At that moment, the Emperor approached. Fire with others, yes, or Machuechin Bado, did not mention anything about the chat group. There were a lot of powerful beings in this world. If news of him having a chat group spread across the world, he might attract serious attention. In the past, Shireo was targeted by countless brilliant races just to obtain a complete Quine technique. Suichal was still far from this level, so he had to be careful. I did not expect you to master the spatial technique while still in the blood transmutation world. Wonderful. The Fire Emperor looked at Chuichan with satisfaction, then raised his hand and offered him a bottle of golden liquid. This is the golden body elixir. It can strengthen your body. I heard from Linger that you wish to reach the pinnacle of the blood transmutation realm. This might help you. Looking at the bottle in the Fire Emperor's hand, Chuecha felt deeply moved. Even in great sects like the Heaven-Repairing sect, this elixir was extremely rare from what he knew about the current situation of the Fire Nation. It wasn't supposed to. For the Fire Emperor to be able to obtain such a treasure so easily, it is clear that the Emperor has paid a heavy price to obtain it. Your Majesty, please rest assured that if I achieve great power, I will protect the people of the Fire Nation for generations to come. Suichin put the golden body elixir away and looked at the Fire Emperor with all good determination. With your promise, I can rest easily, the Fire Emperor said with a smile, or what? The Fire Emperor looked a little happy. Then he changed the subject and mentioned Guan, but you don't need to put too much pressure on yourself. Just do your best. Your mastery of the world of blood transfusion has already surpassed the skill of pure-blooded beings and has reached perfection. Very few people in history have been able to break through the limits of the body. If it is not possible to do so, then don't waste it. Let things happen naturally and success will come in time. After saying this, the Fire Emperor turned and left with the people of the Fire Nation Chuchun. I will return to the palace first when you finish training. Come and find me to play. Maid Huanger made a cheerful face at Zhuchan before following the Fire Emperor away happily. This girl, Zun, smiled and shook his head. Over the past 7 years, Huanger had built a deep bond. He felt that this bond was not just friendship. In the past, he was focused. He only focused on cultivation, striving for transcendence, and ignoring personal feelings. But now that he has many children and a great wealth system, his cultivation path will definitely change. How is it destined for you? To face great trials, women will only slow down your progress. Let me carry these feelings and associations for you. Zijin sat cross-legged and let out a drop of glowing golden blood. This was the essence of Peng's blood that the system was rewarding him with. Peng was the great god of creation in ancient legend whose power surpassed all the saints in this world. Even the strongest beings could not compare to him. Even though it was just a single drop, it contained a trace of the original power that Penghu used to create the heavens and the earth. If Zuka could weigh him down, it would purify his body, strengthen his bones, and give him unparalleled physical strength. Thinking of this, Zun no longer hesitated. He merged a drop of Penghu's essence blood into the middle. His forehead boomed. In an instant, a terrifying wave of blood energy exploded from it and spread in all directions. After that, a dazzling crimson ray of light descended from the sky, penetrating the clouds and completely enveloping Chu Kun, protecting him completely. The crimson light continued to wash over his body and weighed down his bones. From within, bursts of explosive sound came, as if countless thunder dragons were visiting inside and shaking the air. However, no one outside could feel any of that is. At the moment when Juchen merged with the drop of Penghu's divine blood, his body became completely isolated from the outside world to the powerful Fire Clan guards watching over him. He seemed to be sitting cross-legged and meditating quietly, and no unusual signs would appear on him. Moments later, the blood-red light surrounding him quickly gathered and was completely absorbed into his body. When Juchen opened his eyes again, a large amount of impure dark matter flowed out of him. At that moment, his body was reborn. Completely surpassing all ancient beings, even the 10 legendary beasts of the immortal era could not be compared to him. His status had risen to an unimaginable level. Furthermore, his physical strength had exceeded its limits under the refinement of the Panja blood. Now with just one movement of his arm, he could unleash a terrifying power exceeding 200 Ephesians, and even that was not his limit. His body now contained the power of the force of creation itself, and as long as he had enough resources to absorb it, his physical strength could continue to grow infinitely. From this moment onwards, there will be no such thing as a limit to his physical strength. Pangu's divine Adam's influence is truly unbelievable. Switch-on clenched his right fist and gently swung it forward. The air exploded with a sonic boom, as if space itself had twisted. Not only did this punch carry enormous physical force, but it also carried a trace of a deeper crushing force, the essence of power itself. Although it was just a faint trace, it was enough to destroy any being in the world. Blood transformation stage, even those who were at the heavenly cave stage would struggle to withstand him. But what astonished Shuan the most was the growth potential that Pingle's blood granted his body. Great God Peng had once transformed into all things that naturally had a profound relationship with heaven and earth. After he was purified by a drop of Pingle's divine blood, he also gained this ability. Now, as long as he cultivated his mind and focused on his breathing, his body could resonate with him, the world around him, and actively absorbing the essence of heaven and earth to become stronger. If I reach cultivation in isolation and continue to absorb the essence of the world, my physical strength will grow rapidly. One day I may reach the point where pure strength can overcome all techniques. But focusing only on the body will always have flaws and weaknesses. Moreover, that would waste the advantages of my system. Zun thought for a moment, then took out a translucent jade scroll. This lich scroll contains a cultivation method. Only divine path technique. This technique can create a special copy. The copy and the original body can train separately, improve together, and merge at any time to greatly increase the strength. If he can use this technique to create a copy, he might completely solve his current problem, but before that, he had something else to do. Zhou Chun is in Linden. Brother Lin, you once said that if we need it, you will lend us your ancestral talisman. Is that still important? Oh? Linong, of course he does. Do you want to borrow it now, Chu Chun? Yes, Chu Chun didn't beat around the bush with someone as straightforward as Linden. It was better to speak clearly, otherwise there might be a system misunderstanding. Lundong sent you an ancestral talisman item without hesitation. Linden sent you an ancestral talisman, Linden Alajuzo. Remember to return it when you're done. I still need it for my training, Ju Chun. Don't worry, I'll be quick. Something in Linden. Brother Lin. I'm really starting to like you. More and more, Linong. Why is that, Xia? It's nothing. I just really like you. Oh my god, isn't the ancestral talisman the greatest treasure of Lindong? It's a very important item, and he actually lends it easily. It's really gray. Xian couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat for Lindong. He didn't expect Lindong to be so generous. Exchanging techniques or skills was one thing and didn't cause any real loss. But this ancestral talisman was a rare artifact. And precious. What if you loan something to someone and he doesn't return it? Doesn't he know that Moon borrows these days? He's in charge. A perfect world. After receiving the ancestral token from Lindong, Chui Chun immediately put down the jade slip containing the divine path technique inside. Yes, he wanted to use the power of the ancestral token to restore the divine path technique. According to what he knew, this technique was incomplete. The copy that Wangle obtained from the War Temple was just a fragment that someone had copied from a long time ago. So, Zhou Chan was able to recover it and then practice with the full version. The result would certainly be much better. Whoosh. When Jo-chan activated the